Today is March 2nd, 2026, and this is update number 2 for our war briefing on Iran, US, Israel, Middle East, all things war. All right, let's get started. And we're going to start with US Central Command. US Central Command is the command in charge of the current operation right now, Operation Epic Fury. And let's see what official information the Navy is putting out. All right. Latest post right here. We have U.S. forces are taking bold action to eliminate imminent threats posed by Iranian regime. Strikes continue, and it doesn't have volume. You see a jet, and they are eliminating a Iranian jet. I repeat, more Iranian air power getting eliminated, released by U.S. CENTCOM. The Iranian regime's reckless use and proliferation of ballistic missiles have been a dangerous threat for decades. Now, at the president's direction, U.S. forces are eliminating that threat. So we have more attacks on Iranian infrastructure, Iranian drones from U.S. CENTCOM official release, unclassified. One more time. And if you don't know, the operation of what's going on is called Operation Fury. And we have the official assets employed. We have B 2 stealth bomber. We have Lucas drone. We have Patriot interceptor missile system. We have THAAD anti-ballistic missile system. We have F-18 fighter jets, FX F-16 fighter jets, F-22 fighter jet, A-10 attack jet, F-35 stealth fighters, EA-18G electronic attack aircraft, airborne early warning and control aircraft, airborne communication relay, PA maritime patrol aircraft, RC-135 reconnaissance aircraft, MQ-9 Reapers, M142 high mobility artillery rocket systems, nuclear powered aircraft carrier, guided missile destroyers, counter drone system, refueling tanker aircraft, refueling ships, C-17 Global Master cargo aircraft, C-130 cargo aircraft, and special capabilities we can't list here. All right, guys, this is official from CENTCOM. These are our boys and girls that's currently in harm's way. All right, so just wanted some official information. Looking for, I cannot find it. Right, there we go. Right. All right, let's get in more into the news, guys. This is from Seoul, South Korea. They have a date of 2025. We have pro-Palestine protesters throwing shoes at Benjamin Netanyahu's face in South Korea. Interesting form of protest. I can admit I never seen that before. I find it kind of funny. Free speech. No one's getting hurt. So I'm American. I believe in free speech. Right. Moving right along. The combined U.S. Israeli force have struck over 2,000 targets in Iran and achieved air superiority over Tehran. The combined force has continued to target Iranian internal security institutions responsible for maintaining stability and suppressing protesters, including, right, it's going to continue, but so here's a map. I know these maps be kind of hard to see, but it's showing the 2000 strikes, basically the metadata for exactly what's been targeted. So because you can't see the map, we have a police station. We have the Iranian TV station. We have a IRGC military base. We have another police station. We have a courthouse. And it just continues with the map. Hopefully you guys can see. I'm gonna leave it up, and we have strikes all over Iran. Right, moving right along, guys. Drone strikes UK cyberspace after London allows US to attack Iran. So Basically, Cyprus is a EU country, guys. A EU country with American and England bases. And they allowed their airspace to be allowed to attack Iran. And Iran is not having that. They don't care if you're a European country, if you're going to let another country use your airspace to attack them. So that's pretty interesting, guys. Keep an eye on that, Cyprus. All right. We have a video from Bahrain. So obviously, Iran launched a major strike on something in Bahrain. I don't know what Iran struck, but that is a lot of smoke, guys. A lot of smoke. Right. Once again, massive explosion. We've seen that. Oh man. We had a pilot shot down. His article, the color of his parachute matches the color of the Iranian flag, which explains the initial confusion of the Kuwaiti residents, understanding him to be an Iranian pilot. Here's some more footage from Kuwait showing the ejected USF 15 fighter jet pilot who ejected before the crash. The news has been confirmed by various outlets. So we have had a pilot go down. We have had a pilot go down. And they are recording the U.S. pilot right now. I'm sure we'll get more footage on that. Here's more footage of the U.S. plane crashing, the U.S. jet going down. We have a jet going down. So apparently it was shot down by Iranian fire. I repeat, we have a U.S. jet that was shot down by Iranian fire, and the pilot did eject safely. Verified reports. Right, right, moving right along. Times of Iran. Last night, the power of Iran was demonstrated. Israel was attacked with missiles last night, and Israel defense system proved useless. Okay. All right, let's start it over. That is an insane scene, guys, of those hypersonic missiles heading towards Israel. Wow. There he is again. Wow, that is pretty crazy. All right, moving along through some of the combat footage and article, guys. Here we got it. The moment of the explosion on the American F-15 fighter jet, after which it loses control and crashes down. Seems like it got hit by something. Wow. Crazy, 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 crazy. Stay safe. All right. If these pilots had been Iranian and not American, I don't think it would have ended very well for them. See the pilot in his parachute, hands up. Wow. Another angle of the F-15 fighter jet shot down, because that is breaking, guys. Damn, look at it. Wow. Okay, guys. Moving right along, moving right along. An Iranian kamikaze drone rushes towards Israel in the morning. Kamikaze drone one way.
صار استراد هون فوق مثلث الموت.
All right, so we got footage of that drone. Apparently, it didn't go to Israel. Maybe it hit in central Kuwait. So we have the footage.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Oh, that was right here. They're they're starting to dial into our building. Yeah. I fucking got the whole, yeah, right here. Splash, the connexes right out front, these connexes.
Wow, them soldiers got very lucky. That was actually very close. Wow. Once again, U.S. Army Camp Buring in central Kuwait. Let's watch that again. Wow, that was very close for that soldier.
Oh shit!
He would have had no time to run if that would have
Oh my god!
been aimed at that building.
Oh, that was right here. They're they're starting to dial into our building. Yeah. I fucking got the whole. Yeah, right here.
Wow, that's crazy. We went over Operation Fury. That's the current operation that we're undertaking. We already went over some of the assets, but here's actually some of the targets as well. They are targeting command and control centers. We are targeting IRGC Joint Headquarters, IRGC Aerospace Forces Headquarters, Integrated Air Defense Systems, ballistic missile sites, Iranian naval ships, Iranian Navy submarines, anti-ship missile sites, military communication capabilities. Yeah, it's everything, man. We're trying to dismantle them fully. All right. We have over 200 Israeli jets struck around 500 targets in Iran, hitting ballistic missile launchers, air defenses, and a missile source site in Tabriz. Iran's IRGC claims it has fired over 1,200 missiles since this morning. We have a map released from the IDF of targets they've been striking. Under all of this war, we have Belgium and France seized the Ethera, a Russian shadow fleet tanker under a Guyane flag, now en route to Belgium, Belgian port, Zeebrugge. Defense Minister Theo Fraken said Belgium is taking out these ships one by one until Putin's war starts. So we got Belgium taking action, and Belgium is not gonna stop until Putin's war stops. Fucking Belgium, guys. The main thing you know about Belgium, if we ever heard about Belgium, is the waffles. So just stop it. Stop it, waffles. Belgian waffles. Just stop. Christ's sake. Please, Russia, don't spank them. Because it's like, come on. It's just going to be the U.S. stepping in, of course, like we do for every other country. No one fights their own battles. All right. Moving right along. Iranian media also confirmed the deaths of Defense Minister Ali Larjani, Armed Forces Chief Saeed Musavi, IRGC Commander Mohammed Papour, and Defense Council Secretary Ali Shamahani. Israel has got all the leadership, and I guess you can include the U.S. It's a joint attack. But and Israel has eliminated the entire Iran's military leadership, the IDF reports. And here's a list of all the targets and deceased. I don't know if you can see this. Let me nope, I can't zoom in on that. I think I made a mistake. But trying to zoom in for you guys so you can see the people they have eliminated. Let me try to pull it back. Think I lost it. Yeah, I did lose it because we got a lot more. These are all the other things I want us to cover. Did I lose that? Oh, there we go, right there. So once again, these are the targets right here. We have the Supreme Leader. Why is this thing opening up? Man, this shit wasn't opening before. Okay, so we have Supreme Leader as the head of the octopus. And as you can see, the whole top is Iranian leadership. Then when you come down, you have Hamas, Yahya Sinwar, Mohammed Sinwar, and obviously you have the most famous, besides Supreme Leader, Hassan Nasrallah. You also have the Houthis chief. All right, moving along. Sad moment here. Rest in peace to the U.S. troops that's following orders. And yeah, I mean, I know what that is. Just following orders, even sometimes despite your beliefs and what you feel. And sometimes you ordered to do things that's not even in your country's top interests and put your life on the line for something like that. And it's fucked up. That's where I can put it. Right now, it's only 3 confirmed. So, rest in peace. I don't want to dwell on that too long. Hopefully, those numbers don't increase. All right, we have a new drone-based video released from Iran. Oh, hell no. Hell nah. You got the Iranians or somebody put together a little video of their Shahed drones and some of the attacks we watched in this update and some that we watched in update number 1. So, wow, that was actually pretty intense, pretty insane. Just in case with the sound, I'm not allowed to play it. I'm not sure. We'll watch it again, but without sound, guys. You're in an underground Iranian missile factory, which they have hundreds of supposedly spread across Iran with top of the line Shahed one way kamikaze drones. Long, long tunnel, very long. They're already ready to launch. Some of them are in launchers, different launches, different attacks, different location, different targets, attacks landing, attacks landing, attacks landing. All right. Moving right along. Right. So moving right along. This is Iraq. So I explained this. The Iraq have militias similar to Hezbollah, more famously from Lebanon, or as the Israel Hamas war, you should have heard of Hamas, similar to Hamas, or similar to IRGC forces. Okay, right. So they released a video and they have been attacking too. We got the Iraqi militias showing off their drones and showing off attacks they're launching against U.S. forces in Iraq. That's what we're watching, and or against interests of U.S. in Iraq. We'll watch that again. They got music, and so it's probably copyrighted. That's why I got the sound on. It's not like Iran's, but it's still dangerous, and they get the job done. Iraqi militia launching drones against U.S. targets, U.S. interests. Right. Oh boy, the French nuclear power aircraft Charles de Gaulle R-91, which operates around 30 Rafale MS and several other support aircraft, has been redirected from its ongoing deployment in the North Atlantic and Baltic Sea with the carrier. Strike group is ordered to, right? Keep it moving. Nobody cares about the French and their army, what they're doing, useless to the US, so whatever. Right. Let's get into the next story. So earlier we had the US embassy in Pakistan getting attacked. So this is footage from the US embassy in Pakistan getting attacked, but the Marines that are stationed there to guard the embassy opened fire, and apparently they shot some people. I don't know how many was killed, or the details are still foggy, but as you can see in the video, the US embassy, they are trying to overrun the US embassy. Okay, let's see. The gunshots from the Marines. You hear the gunshots? US Marines opening up. So we have the US Marines defending our embassy in Pakistan by opening fire on these rioters that was trying to break in, and God knows who do what. Who knows? All right, guys. Our next report is from Reuters, one of the biggest Russian outlets there is. Israel launched new airstrikes targeting Tehran and expanded its military campaign to include attacks on Hezbollah, militants in Lebanon, as President Trump signaled the U.S. Israeli military assault on Iranian targets could continue for weeks. So, I don't have the footage. That'll probably be in update 3, but there have been reports that Hezbollah has launched attacks for the Ayatollah, and of course, Israel's going to respond and start bombing buildings and wherever y'all at, and where, no matter. So now your family is in danger. All right, let's get to Fox News and let's get to damage in Israel. This is an impact site in Tel Aviv.
And the building was on fire when we
Let's
arrived.
get to this.
We're here at the site of a ballistic missile impact in Tel Aviv. First responders are currently digging through the debris to see if there are any other survivors. We know there were at least 20 people injured in this last barrage. And the building was on fire when we arrived. There is a huge response, but the incoming fire is making it challenging because these first responders have to keep running into shelters. We just saw 2 civilians pulled out of the building and taken away. There are teams with dogs, and there are still firefighters working to put out the blaze inside of the building. This is what Israel is now dealing with. The Iranians directly targeting major population centers here. And I'm just going to have my cameraman Yaniv zoom in here. These first responders are using megaphones, and they are calling out to see if there are any survivors amid the debris. And today, Israel is striking back, launching a series of airstrikes in the heart of the Iranian capital of Tehran. You can see in this video here a building that was reduced to rubble. An Israeli intelligence official telling Fox News this building was used by the Iranian IRGC leadership to command the crackdown on protesters earlier this year. We do expect Israeli strikes like this to continue with the support of the Trump administration. It was described to me earlier as the closest partnership possible between the United States and Israel as they are bringing the fight to the Iranian regime. Guys?
Trey, amazing reporting as always. One very, very quick technical question. When you get those air raid sirens that are just heart-pounding for us, I can only imagine what it's like for you and the people on the ground there in Jerusalem and Tel Aviv. Are those air raids sirens broken down to like localized areas of Tel Aviv, or does any missile come within, does the whole city go off at the same time? Is there a way of prioritizing that, okay, this is something that is a danger to my neighborhood, or does the whole city have to run for cover when one part of the city is targeted?
It's a great question. These missiles are far different from the rockets that we saw fired into Israel over the past 2.5 years from groups like Hamas inside Gaza or Hezbollah in southern Lebanon. The missiles are normally intercepted at such a high altitude that the shrapnel alone can kill you on the ground or even take down part of a building. And so when the missiles are being intercepted, the alerts will go out to specific sections of individual cities. But when they're fired in these large barrages, oftentimes the entirety of Israel, a population of 10 million people, immediately has to head into bomb shelters.
Wow.
The Israelis do have an advanced alert system. They can monitor when the launches occur, and then the air raid sirens begin when they are incoming. Guys?
All right.
Amazing. Thank you,
Great
Trey.
info. Trey, thank you.
Right. Update from Trey Yingst. Right. We got the Iranian Navy trying to shoot down U.S. or Israeli air assets. Right, guys, we have the U.S. Erbil Air Base located within Erbil International Airport in northern Iraq has been struck with at least 6 Iranian ballistic missiles and or drones. Smoke can be seen rising from the airport complex. Let's have a look. All right, so we have the Israeli Air Force striking the headquarters of Iran State TV, the Islamic Republic of Iran Broadcasting in Tehran. So that's the equivalent of, I guess, our Fox getting struck or CNN getting struck, whichever mainstream slop you prefer. It's not really. None is better than the other, man. If you on Fox, CNN side, they're both biased, they're both political, and they both report agendas. So, whatever. We got a speech from our Secretary of War. It's 17 minutes though, but we can give him a listen.
Wars with absolute lethality. There should exist a sacred trust between America's institutions and our warriors. It should be a trust that demands we develop our finest military leaders with the highest standards so that they are equipped to fight and win our nation's wars with absolute lethality, from basic training to the halls of higher education. That said, our senior service colleges have always been expected to act in the interests of this principle, to transform our senior warfighters into strategic thinkers, capable of mastering the complexities of modern warfare and leading our joint force to victory at every echelon. Unfortunately, this sacred trust has been broken in this military's professional military education system. It's been poisoned from within by a class of so-called elite universities who've abused their privilege and access to this department and utterly betrayed their purpose. For decades, the Ivy League and similar institutions have gorged themselves on a trust fund of American taxpayer dollars, only to become factories of anti-American resentment and military disdain. They've taken our best and brightest, the men and women who pledged their lives to this nation, and subjected them to a curriculum of contempt. They've replaced the study of victory and pragmatic realism with the promotion of wokeness and weakness. They've traded true intellectual rigor for radical dogma, sacrificing free expression for the suffocating confines of leftist ideology. What is the purpose, you may ask, of investing in an education that teaches our warriors to despise the very nation they swore to defend? What's the value of a degree that seeks to hollow out their warrior ethos and replace it with a creed of globalist submission?
That is the Secretary of War. He's going in right now, XF. I hear you over there, bro. That is Secretary of War Pete Hexef. But we don't have 18 minutes to listen to the Secretary. Sorry. Hey, Scott Ritter, a guy I do like. Let's see what his Scott got to say, man. Scott Ritter's crazy.
That they'll be able to draw upon for months. But they will continue to launch as we're seeing now. And they have prepared stockpiles that are successfully hidden, sequestered, spread out, that they'll be able to draw upon for months. We, on the other hand, will run out of ammunition in weeks. You know, and again, we look at regime change just to look at coming at it from a targeting perspective. Again, for the ignorant masses in your chat and everybody else's chat, I used to do this for a living, so shut up and listen. But they will continue to launch as we're seeing now. And they have...
Scott Ritter, shut up and listen. Hey, I love Scott, man. He's funny. Apparently, the Israeli security cabinet meeting in Tel Aviv got hit by Iranian hypersonic missiles. So far, 7 Israeli army generals' dead bodies recovered from the site. More dead expected. Building total destroyed. I'm going to call false news on that or unconfirmed. The strike definitely looked real, but I don't know if there was generals taken out. But this is a strike in Israel, guys. Supposedly that took out generals.
לתפיסה יש לי חבל לך על הזמן. עשת את זה? בטח, מטורף. וואי, וואי, וואי.
Apparently those strikes took out some generals.
לתפיסה יש לי חבל לך על הזמן. עשת את זה? בטח, מטורף.
I'm going to say I don't know if that's confirmed yet. We know Israel don't confirm things like that right away either. So we'll just have to wait and see. If you haven't seen what hypersonic missiles look like and what hypersonic missiles can do, then here's a little taste of this is why they're unstoppable and there's nothing that can intercept them.
Whoa, did you see that? That was fast. That looked...
Ah, look how you run. Listen to that sound. Shaking it. I don't know what... Ah!
Whoa, did you see that?
Hypersonic
that
missiles
was fast.
are insane.
That looked...
Ah, look how you run. Listen to that sound. Shaking it. I don't know what... Ah!
Whoa, did you see that?
Wow. All right, we got Pakistan, and they have delivered a massive cyber reply to Israel, targeting media channels, Mossad databases, and confidential government sites. This comes in retaliation for Israeli cyber attacks on Pakistan and Iran. Oh, wow, they hacked the Israeli media. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Okay, watch it again, guys. You probably missed it. See, this is, wow, okay. Man, getting crazy. All right, so we have Republican Anna Paulina caught in a lie that Iran killed thousands of Americans, right? Let's see that for ourselves. Let's see if she's lying for ourselves.
Where, can you just tell me really quickly, where have they killed thousands of Americans in America?
I didn't say they killed thousands of Americans in America. I said that they have been responsible for thousands of Americans being killed. And I think that that's easily something that you can verify. I don't know, state-sponsored terrorism for starters. Why don't you, are you serious right now about that whole thing? I'm not going to list out exact
no, I mean, just
specific locations. They've literally been responsible for sponsored terrorism.
Are you talking about the Iraq war where the U.S. invaded?
You can start out by the 3 that they just killed. Okay, the whole point of your network, if you want to actually talk about the facts here, I'm giving you the facts. But I'm not going to sit here and argue with you about something that's commonly accepted and known.
Congresswoman, you don't have a good understanding of the conflict.
Well, I'm the one that's getting the briefings, not you. You're a pundit offering your opinion because you want clickbait,
not
but
at all.
actually interested in the substance.
No, not at all.
We can talk about the fact
asking
that Obama sent millions upon millions of dollars to the Iranian regime, or do you not want to address that because it's not supported by your opinion and your network?
No, not at all.
Is this really even something that we're going to actually get to substance here, or are you going to continue to attack us?
No, it seems like you just want to filibuster. It seems like you don't really want to have a good faith conversation.
Or you just don't like what I'm saying.
No, we would have invited you on the air.
This happens every time I'm on with you.
Yeah, you keep coming on every time, and you keep stating a lot of things that are incorrect.
Because
the United States launched an attack on Iran.
About it, except for you.
The United States launched a war against Iran right now. Iran retaliated, in which American members. Strikes. You can call it whatever you want to call it, but at the end of the day, the Iranians responded and killed 3 American service members. So what we're trying to get at is you make an assertion on this air that it's not an invasion when America sends fighter jets and Israel sent fighter jets into another country.
Boots on the ground are not going to happen. Congress will not vote on war with Iran because that is not something that we support, and that is not something that the administration supports.
That's actually what the Constitution says that in Article 1, but I guess you think Article 2 is more important, so it's up to you.
Article 2 is when the U.S. citizens and our military are in direct imminent threat, the president reserves the authority.
Yeah, well, he hasn't made that case to the American public or Congress, and that's the problem. And that's why he's supposed to go to Congress.
He's not going to give you classified intelligence
information. He's not supposed to give it to me. He's supposed to give it to members of Congress. He's supposed to go give it to members of Congress. That's exactly why members of Congress. You're only one. There are 435 members and 100 senators, and others have not gotten it. You're not the only one who gets to speak on behalf of the American people.
Prior to the strike.
Anyway, unfortunately, we're out of time. But really appreciate you coming on.
There you go. You don't want to hear the facts. They got a briefing.
It's not a fact. I'm telling you what other members of Congress have said, and that's the whole point of them being able to have a debate in Congress.
Was notified.
Wow, guys.
That's not what members of Congress say, but really appreciate you coming on here and saying.
What is going on, man? And the troops' lives. I mean, we're just disposable cattle. You get these people talk about targeted military strikes, not a war, but it's like, yo, you people don't do shit on both sides. God, I hate politics. Man, I'm getting tired. So, oh man, they got the new Ayatollah already. Damn, they killed him already. Bro wasn't even Ayatollah for a day. Insane. Man, war is crazy. War is hell. No, Pompeo, you trying to keep us there, Mike? All right, we got Mike Pompeo. The greatest risk to the success of Operation Epic Fury is that we don't finish the job. As long as the regime retains the ability to strike at the U.S. or our allies, we won't achieve our objectives, and our adversaries around the world will take note. Okay, got it.
And that's important not only for that. The biggest risk is that we don't finish the mission entirely, that the world begins to turn. You've seen the Europeans issue pretty weak statements. You've seen the United Nations. We need to make sure that we completely defang the Iranian regime. So the fall of the Ayatollah is fantastic. It's great news. It's a good step, but so much more work to do. As long as they can launch ballistic missiles, as long as they can strike into the United Arab Emirates or Saudi Arabia or against our Fifth Fleet, or they can impact crude oil and petroleum moving through the Strait, this is still a risk. We have to finish. We have to completely defang them. We have to win. And that's important not only for this conflict, but the whole world is watching to see if we're prepared to actually finish the task. So the biggest risk is that we don't finish the mission.
Okay, Mr. Pompeo. Yeah. This isn't Palestine. This is Tel Aviv.
No, baby! Oh, no! Holy shit! No fucking way! Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
Wow, Tel Aviv under fire.
No, baby! Oh, no! Are we dangerous here? Yeah, we're dangerous. Oh my God! Oh dear! Are you filming? Yes, I'm filming! Whoa! Whoa! I think we are dead.
Take your ass down. What the hell you mean? Whoa, that was insane. Holy crap. All right, this is what I'm calling fake news. I haven't been able to verify this. Arab media keep trying to claim they done hit one of the carriers, but CENTCOM didn't release anything. I started with CENTCOM.
عاجل إيران تغلق حاملة الطائرات الأمريكية في البحر الأحمر الآن.
Fake news. I'm
عاجل إيران تغلق حاملة الطائرات الأمريكية في البحر الأحمر الآن.
Israel nuclear power plant has been destroyed. So this is more footage from Israel, and apparently the nuclear plant has been targeted. Apparently this is Israel's nuclear plant. Dimona. One more time. I don't know if this is confirmed, if this is actually the Dimona plant in Israel. And now we have Israel striking Iran's power plant, which looks even crazier. Check this out. Why are you putting music on fucking camera videos? Iran nuclear facility getting struck by Israel. I repeat, Iran nuclear facility getting struck by Israel. I repeat that. Iran nuclear facility getting struck. So it could be radiation leak outside or something crazy. And I repeat, this is AI generated now. Thank God X is here. We are good. So disregard. AI generated. Fucking guard. I'm not even editing it out. I'm tired. I don't got time for that. All right, let's keep it moving.
What
oh.
The
Whoa.
Yeah, that's a guess. Whoa! Oh! What the?
Massive explosion caught on camera. Massive.
No fucking way! Oh shit! Oh shit! No, baby! Oh no! Nice. Are we dangerous here? Yeah, we're dangerous. Oh my god! Oh dear! Are you filming? Yes, I'm filming! Whoa! Whoa! I think we are dangerous. Let's go down.
Yeah, we seen that video already, but that's still insane. All right, man, I'm about to end the video here, guys. This is update number 2. I'm gonna take a few hours break, and we'll be back with update number 3. And just hit that subscribe button and leave a comment. And I look forward to chatting with you guys again.